Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Bullard able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mayfield now, flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Mayfield on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they just...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Trubisky will throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This is Howard on second down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Charles, let's discuss the Browns right now as their offense takes the field again. They've won 2 straight.
Break them up.
They're at 4, 6, and 1. I don't think we're ready to put them in the playoff picture just yet, but this is a pretty good football team.
I think you're exactly right. We won't put them in the playoff picture, but do you want to play them right now?
No.
You really don't, because they still carry that stigma of you lost to the Browns, but you're also facing a pretty darn good football team. Last few drafts have been good. Picked up some key free agents. Organization is better. They made the change at head coach and offensive coordinator a few weeks ago. And I think that's galvanized this team. Quarterback Baker Mayfield has seized this ball club, and they're playing really well right now.
Back-to-back victories for the first time in 65 games, the longest stretch in NFL history. They're
Amazing.
on the right track.
Yeah, amazing.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Chicago getting set to get the ball here again. Looking back to their Thanksgiving victory over Detroit. Look, they're leading the NFC North. They won this one 23-16. And how about the 32-year-old Chase Daniel? He was really good.
He certainly was. 27 of 37, 230 pass yards, 2 touchdowns. One to Taquan Mizell in the second quarter for 10 yards. And how about that 14-yard pass to Tariq Cohen in the 4th? And you notice his touchdown celebration. I'm tired and I need a nap. They got it done in a big way. But one of the reasons Chase Daniel's so valuable to them is he prepares like he's going to start, understands his role, and can play well with limited practice time. All they had were walkthroughs because of the short turnaround from their previous game for Thursday.
Yeah, just his 3rd career start, first in almost 4 years. He did his thing. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On first down, they run with Howard. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Trubisky. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton from 3 yards out. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's got his tight end in Joku. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. With that incompletion, need to pass along the note about the Madden Classic, where you can watch some of the best Madden players battle it out for their share of $165,000. It's live on Twitch, Charles. Starts 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific, December 6th through the 8th. I know you'll be tuned in.
Thank you for letting me know the time and the dates. I'm going to mark that down. I will be ready to go because they go at it now. I mean, those battles, those are pretty strong, and I love the imagination that you see in how they play. Because they don't think like conventional football. They know how to take advantage of any weaknesses of their opponent. And the best part, $165,000 on the line. You and I better hone up our game.
Yeah, some people looking for some early holiday gifts there in the Madden Classic. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Following the interception, Mayfield rolling to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Working out of the gun, Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half. And
for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3-19. Gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And the blitz does come. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, CD, looking back to Thanksgiving, we had the typical triple header. Did you enjoy while digesting the turkey and pie?
I certainly did, and I think I'm still digesting the turkey and pie. But, you know, you have the traditional ones. You have the Lions who host and the Cowboys who host, and the Lions hosted the Bears this year. And despite the fact the Bears didn't have their starting quarterback, Mitchell Trubisky, how about what Chase Daniel did? They went in there and took the measure of the Lions for the second time in a 3-game span. And then the Cowboys against Washington. I thought that was a terrific game, and Dallas got a much-needed win.
Yeah, Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns, and all of a sudden they're sitting atop the NFC East.
Yeah, they're tied with Washington, and they split their season series. So a lot of football left to be played in that division. And, of course, we finished it all up. Atlanta at New Orleans, and how strong and how hot are the Saints?
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Trey Burton, his second touchdown of the night, and the Bears are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. With that incompletion, let's look forward to the rest of the NFL season. You know, a lot of people say the season doesn't really get exciting till after Thanksgiving. Well, what are you looking forward to in the month of December?
I do like that expression because each sport has its own, doesn't it? Teams that are in first place July 4th in baseball, that's who's going to win the division, right? That's one of the old adages. We go on and on, but for me, this is what I'm going to look forward to. The NFC East could be a 3-team race. How about the revival of the Chicago Bears? And last but not least, the AFC West is controlled by Kansas City, but the sleeper team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Keep an eye on them.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door with just 3 losses. KC with 2. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Howard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Here's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Trubisky steps away to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A give to Howard. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They go with Howard again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A gain of 3, second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Howard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down.
Up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my love. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the know the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you when no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Mayfield on first down, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 63 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Mayfield forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. This is Hunt. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 15 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and through. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. To return, it's Peppers. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
A first down throw from Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
Watch him now, Barney!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Mayfield down. Hey, right on cue. They set up the screen and complete it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw, Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked